Yeah, I certainly do remember my debut game for Australia, and played for the Adelaide Strikers 2 nights before, and then got a phone call to say that Tim Payne was sick and would you like to come up and cover for him. And obviously I jumped on the plane pretty quickly. Didn't expect him to play, thought Tim would come up for the game, but I guess lucky enough for me to get an opportunity to make a debut in ODI cricket against England was something I'll never forget. The atmosphere was something really special. My best mate actually planned to go to that ODI before he even knew I was playing, and to have him in the crowd, dressed up in their Hawaiian shirts, it was something that I'll never forget. Yeah, again, I guess my Test debut come in, interesting circumstances, and I wasn't expecting to, I guess, debut as soon as I did. But again, just a huge honour to fulfil a childhood dream of mine to debut for Australia in the longest format. Growing up in the backyard, you always wanted to play Test cricket, or you heard Test cricket on the TV, and to have Adam Gilchrist present my baggy green at the first Test against England in the Ashes last year was something again that will live with me forever. And then in terms of, I guess, superstitions, at the time, I did 12 months ago, but I think I've matured out of my superstitions now, and I can go out to the middle a bit more relaxed. But basically growing up, I would always put my right pad on first. I'd scratch centre a certain way. I wouldn't unbuckle my gloves when they went on. So lots of little bizarre things, which I don't even know why I did that, because I still made ducks anyway. But I've, like I said, I think I've matured out of that, and I can go out a little bit more relaxed to the centre. Yeah, my idols growing up, as I mentioned, Adam Gilchrist presenting my baggy green was definitely one of those. The man who used this, Ricky Ponting, obviously one of the best batters the country's seen, the world's seen. Mike Hussey, a left-hander, loved his cover drive, and always loved watching him play. Justin Langer and Matty Hayden at the top of the order. And then now my coach at the Redbacks, Jason Gillespie. There's some pretty big names, but I think the biggest, and something I'm really looking forward to, is the tribute to Shane Warne come Boxing Day this year. It's going to be sad, it's going to be special, but an absolute legend of the game, was someone that I definitely looked up to, and was able to meet him a few times at games when he was commentating, and just a great human. Yeah, I certainly remember my first game of cricket, and I remember growing up in the backyard with my older brother Adam, who's 5 years older, and my dad would just throw balls to both of us, and we'd take turns batting, and I'd stand behind the stump. So that's where probably the wicket-keeping passion started as well, was trying to catch balls from Dad while my brother was batting. My first game of cricket was a school game, and I don't think I scored many runs, and probably my only memory from that was walking off the field and sitting next to Mum with lots of tears in my eyes and wishing I could get another turn. No, I was definitely into both football and cricket, and it was always summer was cricket and winter was footy. And again, with my older brother, that's the way it was. I would follow him to training all year round. And look, I still do love both sports. I think with footy, choosing that path at the time was just the timing. You had to make a decision when, I guess, you turn 18 to either try and be picked up by a club or, move on to the next phase. And at the time, I chose to go down the footy path, but it wasn't through loving one sport more or the other. And then I probably got to thank Kevin Sheedy for telling me to go back to South Australia and pick up the cricket bat. So great experience up at Western Sydney, and something that I think's definitely helped me in my cricketing journey as well. The little setbacks, the way that those guys train is unbelievable, and try to continue that on in my cricketing training. Yeah, it was obviously a really eventful match, and something that I know the boys haven't been a part of a 2-day test match in Australia before, so to experience that was good to be on the right side of it. And spending a little bit of time out there with the bat, There was obviously a lot of sideways movement and a little bit up and down, but I thought the way Travis had obviously played that was amazing to sit back and watch that, and that's the second time he's done that at the Gabba. And for me, I guess I was lucky enough to come out when the ball was 30 overs old and score a few runs to help us get to a target that proved to be enough in the end. And I expect South Africa to bounce back really quickly. We obviously got the MCG Boxing Day in a couple of days' time, and the way that they bowled the second innings was fast and furious, and we'll be expecting that again. But also we're really confident to go out and score enough runs, and our bowling attack's just as strong. Oh, look, I'll claim it was my call to go up to the stumps, but no, it was spoken about in the slips with Davey and Steve Smith a couple of times, and we almost did it in the first innings, but we just noticed that Roston Chase was moving out of his crease a little bit and trying to cover the seam and the swing that Ness was getting. So the idea was to get up the stumps, bring him back into his crease and try to hit him on the pads rather than get a nick and caught keeper. So the way it all panned out obviously was really nice for me to get a couple of catches up to the stumps. And the bowlers do all the work, but to get six dismissals in that second innings in front of my home crowd was pretty special. Obviously a lot of chat leading up to this series, two really strong nations going head to head, and I guess if you look at the Test Championship as well, it's an important series for both teams. But then if we move back a few years, I wasn't there, I wasn't a part of it, but to be around the group now and speaking to some of the guys and even hearing Usman Khawaja speak, there's been a lot of change in those years, and a couple of days ago out the Gabba there was nothing that was said that was out of line. It was obviously tough cricket. You've got two strong bowling attacks bowling as fast as they can at each other, and two batting lineups who pride themselves on scoring big runs. So the cricket's fiery enough without any words being thrown in there, and I don't expect that to happen throughout the series. I think this group's shifted a long way since then from hearing guys speak, but to be out in the middle, it was definitely some strong cricket being played, but nothing out of line. Yeah, I'm certainly looking forward to using this Kahuna. Obviously, like I said before, and player I looked up to a lot, used it in Ricky Ponting, and to be able to use the same stickers as one of Australia's greats is, it's really special. And obviously there's no carbon on this one, but it looks amazing, and hopefully I can spend some time out there and show it off nicely. But all the gears come up brilliantly, and I think last year as well to have the bubble stickers, had lots of people sort of send messages and seeing where they can get their hands on it, so it'll definitely be another hit this year. To go along with the bat, we'll have the gloves as well, so Kookaburra always do a great job, but I think these ones have come up super special as well. All the soft gear's been amazing this year, so I can't wait to put these on. Like I said, hopefully I can show them off nicely and spend a bit of time in the middle and don't get hit on them. I spent a fair bit of time in the winter playing cricket in England, as you try to do, and I spent some time down in Sussex, so I really enjoyed that opportunity to play in English conditions. I played one first-class game with the Duke ball, and I scored a few runs, so that was nice. But I guess a great moment of mine, and putting on a big partnership with Glenn Maxwell at Manchester was something really special to help us secure a 2-1 ODI series win against England. It was really special, and it's probably one of my favourite venues to go and bat at. I still remember Lords during the World Cup, was able to score some runs there and had some great memories. So hopefully I'm on that next Ashes tour to England so we can defend our Ashes title. They're obviously playing some really solid cricket now, and it's probably a different brand of cricket from 12 months ago. So hopefully I'm on that boat over, and we can defend that title.